Support WrestleTalk!
Thank you to the event known as Chris Anderson to Decide the Best in the World for being an awesome pledge hammer on Patreon. It's almost here. 1 week to go until All Elite Wrestling's first ever show, Double or Nothing. The show will be taking place in Las Vegas on May 25th, and I, for one, am really bloody excited. For the first time in nearly 2 decades, it really feels like something is changing in the wrestling world. It finally feels like WWE may not be the be-all and end-all of every wrestler's aspirations. The eyes viewing the show on May 25th are sure to be both bountiful and judgmental in equal parts, so the stakes are high for AEW to provide a show that will keep WWE want-away fans around. No pressure. The expectations are high, but if there's a group of people that can be relied on to put on some great matches and keep fans interested, I would wager this is one of the best groups of people in the world. Amidst the chaos of the ever-growing AEW roster has been some wild rumor and speculation, so today I'm gonna condense that all down for you into one kick-ass video because I'm just a sweetheart. With that said, my name is Chopper Pete Quinnell. Have a super click party by pressing the thumbs up, subscribe button, and bell icon. Leave us a comment letting us know if you're excited for Double or Nothing, and here are some rumors you need to know about AEW's Double or Nothing. Pac will become the first AEW World Champion. One of the matches I'm personally most excited for is a match between Hangman Adam Page against the former Neville in WWE, Pac. At the time of recording, the match is not for the AEW World Championship, but that could definitely change before May 25th, as both men have spoken about becoming the first champion. Hangman is part of the Elite group and was involved in the actual reveal of AEW back in January, so there's a solid argument to be made that he could become the inaugural champ. However, there's every chance Pac will be the one to walk away with the belt too. After Pac had been floundering and flattened out in the WWE, he regained his notoriety by becoming the best cruiserweight champion in WWE history, carrying the entire division on his back. After eventually leaving the company after a long drawn-out process of contract freezing and extending on WWE's part, Pac would go on to wrestle on the Indies, continuing the character that had garnered his organic following in WWE. What possible bigger statement could there be by AEW than having Pac win the AEW World Championship in his debut match? One of the main talking points surrounding the company is its equal treatment of talent and recognizing the potential of certain wrestlers. Think about the impact it would make for a former WWE star who left the company on not exactly mutual terms due to creative differences and booking issues to win AEW's biggest title immediately. That screams, we treat our talent right, and it could really set the standard for the company and entice other WWE stars to leave their contracts. You know, if WWE will let them. Hey, look how well they're treating Pac. What's that? Did someone say health insurance? Whoa, equal pay? If reports from Dave Meltzer of the Wrestling Observer are to be believed, current backstage morale within WWE is at an all-time low, and throwing in the added factor of another company treating its talent better, and that morale could shoot through the floor. We could see mass requests for releases following Double or Nothing if Pac wins the title. This genuinely could be the start of WWE's downfall. Or not, but it's nice to speculate. The Lucha Brothers will win. One of the other matches I'm really looking forward to is the Young Bucks versus the Lucha Bros for the AAA Tag Team Championships. The Lucha Bros were the champions until recently, when the Young Bucks defeated them for the straps on an episode of AAA TV on April 19th. Just as an aside real quick, that episode drew a 3.2 rating equaling 5.4 million viewers on Azteca TV. I'll give you a quick quiz. When was the last time WWE drew anything close to that many viewers? Was it A, Raw 1000, B, the brand split episode in 2016, or C, the Raw after WrestleMania 33? I'll give you a second here. The correct answer is D, the Raw after WrestleMania 31. That's 2015, 4 years ago for those keeping track. That episode drew 5.36 million viewers, which is still under what these guys drew. Anyway, The invading Young Bucks defeated the Lucha Bros to win the AAA World Tag Team Championships, and just over a month later, they'll be putting the titles back on the line at Double or Nothing. AEW have just opened a partnership with AAA, however I think it's more likely for the Lucha Bros to regain their titles. Again, the Young Bucks are a major factor in AEW's existence, being executive vice presidents of the company. However, I think they'll do the selfless thing of having the Lucha Bros go over to take back their gold. Again, this would just show how well AEW treat their talent from other companies like AAA, another feather in their cap when it comes to forging relationships with other wrestling promotions and tempting other talent to sign with them. Chris Jericho will win. Another match I'm really looking forward to, God, there's so many matches I'm looking forward to, is the rematch between Chris Jericho and Kenny Omega. The two faced off in New Japan Pro Wrestling at Wrestle Kingdom 12, with Jericho making a shock appearance at All In to attack Omega as well. Omega got the best of Jericho at Wrestle Kingdom, retaining his United States Championship, but now it might be the time for Jericho to beat Omega. Recently, Chris Jericho returned to New Japan Pro Wrestling to challenge Kazuchika Okada for his IWGP Heavyweight Championship at Dominion in June. The partnership between AEW and New Japan Pro Wrestling was thought to be a bit rocky, considering they had signed and taken away some of NJPW's top stars, including Kenny Omega, the Young Bucks, Chris Jericho, and Cody. However, with Jericho now returning to NJPW, it appears that partnership could be beginning to grow. If AEW want to keep NJPW in their good books, it would make sense for the #1 contender to their top title to look strong heading into Dominion, which is why Jericho beating a former IWGP Heavyweight Champion in Omega would make logical and booking sense for both AEW and NJPW. Again, I think AEW will do the selfless thing here and have Jericho go over to look better for NJPW. In the company's early days such as these, it would behoove them to play it smart and for the long game, and from the looks of pretty much all the evidence presented thus far, AEW are playing the smart and long game. Chris Cyborg will appear. Former UFC featherweight champion Chris Cyborg has seemingly been linked with a move to wrestling forever. She frequently tweets about wanting matches with Becky Lynch, and she was even spotted at the WWE Performance Center in January. Not everyone is super thrilled with this outcome though, as former Raw Women's Champion Ronda Rousey reportedly refused to re-sign with WWE if Cyborg joined the company. I guess you can't have a better MMA woman doing the same gimmick, right, Ronda? However, nothing has come of Cyborg's reported interest in joining the company thus far, but interestingly, she's now publicly responded to Cody about AEW. In a tweet where Cody thanked people for getting the latest episode of The Road to Double or Nothing to approach 1 million views, Chris Cyborg responded to the tweet saying, "Can't wait for Vegas, #Cyborg Nation." This seems like an odd move for Cyborg, to be seen openly talking to the competition of the company she wants to join. Having said that, if she just really wants to get into wrestling and she isn't getting what she wants from WWE, perhaps she'll just join AEW instead. Cody himself has stated he's quite open to MMA fighters joining the company as long as they have a passion for pro wrestling. So Cyborg joining could definitely happen. Then again, this could just be Cyborg taking a page out of Brock Lesnar's book and threatening to join the competition to attempt to force WWE's hand and sign her to a deal. Let's see how that one works for her. Cody will win. Yet another match I'm looking forward to. What is this feeling of being excited for a wrestling show? Is Cody versus Dustin Rhodes. The pair always wanted a WrestleMania match, but that never came to pass. So now, they've gone and created their own WrestleMania, so they can have their match there. For the first time this video, I think the member of the Elite and the Executive VP of AEW will actually win the match, as it makes sense for both of their characters. Dustin always wanted the match between them, but not necessarily to win. It seems more like they just wanted to showcase what two really good wrestlers can do. And make no mistake, even at his age, Dustin is still a really good wrestler. The two brothers squaring off at Double or Nothing could genuinely be a show stealer, and having at least one member of the Elite win would be nice, especially when that one member is the figurehead of AEW moving forward. CM Punk will not appear. CM Punk to AEW confirmed, yeah, it's definitely happening, except that it isn't, at least not yet. For those fans of CM Punk who wanted to see him appear at Double or Nothing, well, you might have to wait a little bit longer. On the night of May 25th, CM Punk is actually busy doing color commentary for Cage Fury Fighting Championships in Coachella, California. Las Vegas and Coachella are in the same time zone, and while Double or Nothing is slated to start at 4 p.m. local time, CFFC starts at 6 p.m, leaving a 2-hour window for CM Punk to open the show, make an announcement, then hop on a plane to California to do some commentary. Or not, because that would be genuinely ludicrous. I'll eat my hat if he appears. But not really, that's actually kind of nasty, I won't do that. Jon Moxley to AEW confirmed! Jon Moxley to AEW confirmed. This is definitely 100% happening, and there is nothing that can tamper my excitement for it. Right, so, if you somehow don't know the story of Jon Moxley, then gather round, kids, because it's story time with Uncle Pete. Jon Moxley used to wrestle as Dean Ambrose in WWE. Ambrose was really good, but he didn't like doing hokey S-word. He said he was leaving. WWE said, "Here's some money." Ambrose said, no. Ambrose waited until April. Ambrose left. At midnight, Ambrose became Jon Moxley in a really kick-ass video that had people talking for ages whether this was a WWE or AEW funded project because the production quality was so damn good. So yeah, Dean Ambrose is now Jon Moxley and has announced his return to the Indies. But does that include a stop-off at Double or Nothing? In his announcement video when he became Moxley again, he walked past a logo for the Viper Room that had the numbers 2 and 5 visible on the dice. Dice. Gambling. Double or Nothing. 2, 5, 25, May 25th, Double or Nothing. The clues are all there. Wake up, sheeple! Also, Jack Swagger might have just accidentally announced that Moxley will be debuting on May 25th in an interview with Ariel Helwani anyway, so there's another clue. Or it was just coincidence, and he'll be making an appearance after he's done some CZW death matches or something because he's a nutter. More unannounced surprises. The surprises could come on thick and fast when the show rolls around, as there's some other variables not yet accounted for. All In had some great surprises such as Jericho's appearance and Joey Ryan's return, so we could see some other jaw-dropping moments as part of the show. Jack Swagger / Jake Hager recently announced he'd been in contact with AEW, but that he wouldn't be joining until the summer. But that's just what someone who was joining sooner than the summer would say. Sean Spears, the former Ty Dillinger, was also called out on being the Elite, which could lead to an appearance from him at the show too. Basically, some crazy stuff could happen, and I'm all in for it. Yeah, I went there. You're so welcome. Those were, of course, just some rumors, so if you want the facts, make sure to check out the news by clicking the video on my right. Make sure to press the thumbs up, subscribe, enable notifications, and leave us a comment. A special thank you to our lovely pledge hammers on Patreon, some of whom you can see scrolling below me right now. I've been Chopper Pete Quinnell, and that was wrestling.